Faced with our potential mortality in our late 50s and the knowledge that life is short, we had limited good years remaining in this life journey of ours. It was clear a life change needed to happen or our time was going to run out. We'd worked hard our entire lives, raised a blended family, and raced on the hamster wheel like pros, all with the promise of more of the same until we left this earth. We took a giant leap of faith, grabbed each other by the hand, and said goodbye to our big house and lucrative income to retire to our little cottage in the woods, a shed, really. We're turning our 336 square foot, one bedroom cottage into the tiny house of our dreams and a life worth living. I'm Christine. This is my husband, Mitch. Welcome to my tiny retirement. This is our story.
Hey guys, I'm doing a little something today. Mitch is out running around. He's got some doctor's appointments. I'm trying out a new lighting tripod situation. What do you think? You guys tell me what you think. Do you like this light better? Okay? Or do you like this light better? Hold on. Or does it not matter? I don't know. I'll go back to the other way. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm making something called Marry Me Chicken for supper. Mitch is out running around. All I'm doing is salted and peppered chicken breast, boneless, skinless chicken breast on both sides. And I'm browning it. See? Browning it. Beautiful. But what I'm really doing today is, I want to fill you guys in on Mom. If any of you have been following me on Facebook, you know that Mom is having a rough time right now. I don't know what phase she's in. We haven't gotten that far. Hold on, it's going to get noisy for a second. I don't know what phase she's in. But she had a cognitive assessment test. She bombed the cognitive test. She has been for a week. She has been in an absolute rage against me. You folks dealing with dementia and your parents or an older friend or a relative or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. The doctor wanted to see her. And it's a new doctor. He's a fairly young guy, but I really liked him. He was very knowledgeable. He spoke clearly. And in words, you know, sometimes doctors talk over your head. Well, he didn't. Oh, my chicken fell right apart. Oh, no. That's all right. It'll be Marry Me Chicken shreds. Turn my heat down a bit. At any rate, she has dementia. There's no doubt about that. There is no doubt about that. Her blood pressure. I have never even heard of anybody's blood pressure being so high and still be alive. You know, that live to tell about it. It was 220 over 115. And her pulse was at 97. That is, both of those numbers are just super high, but it indicated her level of agitation. It was directly reflective of that. So obviously she's on some blood pressure meds because that has to be dealt with immediately. What else do I want to tell you guys? Hopefully, the hope is that with the blood pressure relieved, that it might help clear up her head a little bit, because she's very constricted right now. The blood's very restricted. She does have vascular disease. There we go. That's beautiful. Turn my pan off. All right. So there we go. So there's my chicken. Now what I've got here is I've got some garlic that I minced. I cheated because I've hurt my arm. Look, I can't straighten my arm all the way. See how I can do this one? Look at me. Look at me. I look like one of those mannequins. You know, they hang the purse on the hand. So I used my chopper. It's not really what I like to do, but that's what I used. So I am going to... I should not be sticking my fingers in here. Do as I say, not as I do. And I am just going to kind of brown this until I, saute this until it's fragrant, until I can smell it. At any rate, she's the meds will hopefully help clear her mind. If it does not, if it does not help. Because remember when I told you before she saw Mitch in the grocery store a while ago and she didn't recognize him? Well, apparently the same thing happened last night leaving the doctor's office. Mitch drove her because I don't feel safe to be around her right now. She's beyond angry at me. I am enemy number one. And I'll tell you why in a second. So Mitch drove her, and when they came out of the doctor's office, I had already skedaddled right out of there after talking to the doctor myself. Which of course made my mother mad because she told Mitch, I got Mitch said that she's in the office going, "Look at them two out there talking about me behind my back." And we were. The doctor wanted to make sure that I was okay with the treatment plan, and I was. So, anyway, I think I just digressed at any rate. She thought she saw me in the parking lot, and it wasn't me. And she was convinced that it was me. And she was going to come and talk to me. Talk. So... And I know this is common with dementia. That the woman that I saw, that I've been around this past week, that is not my mother. That is not my friend. That's not my mother. Anyway, if the blood pressure meds don't relieve some of the problems going on with her brain, then we'll be having discussions about antipsychotic meds. And yes, it's that serious. The other thing was a discussion of driver's license. My mother swears she only drives 1 mile from her house to go check her post office box. And just around through town. Well, I live 10 miles away, 10, 12 miles away from her. And when she has made 3 trips to my house in a rage, behind the wheel. And she showed up to the doctor's office. I walked in, and she decided she needed a wheelchair. And that didn't help her cause with the doctor, looking at her in a wheelchair, wanting to drive. So he is giving her a chance. He is making her go take a driver's test. And Oh my good Lord. OMG is the only thing I can say about her reaction. He saw the rage. He saw the rage. And here I am in my seat. She was sitting here in her wheelchair. And here I am, I'm sitting right beside her and I'm going. So that's happening. She is going to be having a CAT scan to check, looking for, I guess they're calling it brain atrophy. Gerard! Oh, you naughty, naughty thing! Get out of here! Are you okay? Gerard has some sort of an intestinal issue. We've sent a stool sample to his vet, and they're checking it to make sure, because he eats everything. Everything. Sticks, cat poop, deer poop, as I'm preparing food. All right. So my Marry Me chicken. Yeah, looking good. And we've got lovely little, can you see, you know what? I'm gonna get you right up here. Can you see the lovely little bits and bites? Do you see that? I'm going to take some heavy whipping cream. Oops, I probably should have opened it. Oh, my fingers are greasy, my good Lord. There we go. There we go. And because I'm doing a double batch. So I would say a cup if you're doing it a single batch, but I'm doing a double batch because I'm going to put away a freezer meal. So in it goes. And I am going to be sure to get all of those nummy little bits off the bottom. So Mom is not happy. She's not going to be able to drive probably if she can pass the test, because she has to go into Augusta, which is a city. And I mean a city. Like with rotaries, and she can't do a rotary. She can't cross traffic lanes without shaking. All right, I'm going to let that come up to touch. I've got this really low right now. I've got this just really low. Now what else do I need? I'm using a little Better Than Bouillon. Oh my good Lord, can you guys see this? Just look at that. This is why I should wear an apron. I am going to put in a little Better Than Bouillon. And I'm only going to do Better Than Bouillon because I put so much cream in. Normally it would be like a cup of cream and then 3/4 of a cup of chicken broth, something like that. I have a ton of cream. I'm just putting like a little teaspoon of Better Than Bouillon in here. And a little of this stuff goes a long way. So, there's that. Whoops, that wasn't supposed to go in there. Sun-dried tomatoes. Sun-dried tomatoes. Yeah, I'd like to see way more than that in there. You know what? In we go. Just in we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, and you know what? I'm going to want more water than that. It's not thick enough. I need more liquidy stuff. Oh my good Lord.
Yeah. Tonic. Found some place that has your tonic.
Oh, excellent. I love tonic water with lime in it.
Huh?
I'm filming.
Oh.
I'm talking to everybody. I'm telling them about Mom yesterday.
Yeah. But it was a good day.
Well, it was a good day because we're starting to get to the bottom of some things.
Yeah. Ooh. Chicken marsala?
No, I'm doing Marry Me Chicken.
Ooh. Looks good. Smells good.
Okay, so there's that. And oregano. I would say about a half a teaspoon. I'm not much on a strong flavor of it. But for me, I'm probably going to do half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon. But if you like it, by all means, add more. Now, what you can do is cook this in a cast iron pan, in a nice big cast iron pan, and I'm going to put this in a baking dish. You could put it in your pan and put your pan right in the oven. This will not fit in my little oven. All right, and you will need a teaspoon of crushed red pepper. Oops, that's a little more than a teaspoon. Oh dear.
That's all right. I like it spicy.
I know you do.
Are you gonna do something as like a freezer meal thing too?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I am.
All right. I'm gonna get my cup.
See, and this is how much chicken I have. And the chicken breasts were pretty big. They were really big, so I cut them in half. He's having one of those special dog treats that has like stripes on it, decorative stripes. All right, I am gonna let this simmer. I need, oh, you know what I forgot? So when this, the other thing I forgot, the big ingredient. Room temperature grated Parmesan cheese. That is quite good. I just put a little seasoning in there, a little salt, and now I'm going to put my cheese. I would say for 1 serving of this, probably a cup of Parmesan cheese, freshly grated Parmesan cheese, not the stuff in the green can, because it won't dissolve. So either grate it yourself or buy it grated. Oh, you guys, it is so nice outside. It says it's 55 degrees, but I'm telling you, you go stand in the sun, and it's just the perfect temperature. I almost wish I had something to do outside today, but I don't. We've had our frost, our first frost, so whatever was out there is now gone. I was trying to give my teeny tiny little jalapeno peppers a chance, and then I blew it. They were only about this big, but you know what? They'd have flavored something. But not anymore. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to layer it as best I can. So I don't know if you can see this, you guys. No, you can't. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move you guys so you can see what is happening on my counter. There you go. All right, you can see. The cheese really did thicken it nicely. Very nice. Very nice. I am quite pleased with that. Quite pleased. And you can see I've got my chicken in a layer. What kind of a layer? Let's see. As you can see, the sauce comes together pretty darn quickly. And the oil in here is just because I dumped all of the sun-dried tomatoes and juice and everything right in it. It's fine. Now right here, if you were using a cast iron skillet, you would bring this right up. See how, oh look, it's starting to bubble nicely. Can you see that? Right here, if you were using a cast iron skillet, as I was saying before I so rudely interrupted myself, you would put your chicken back in here, Get your oven preheated to 375. And when it is heated, put your pan in there for about 15 to 20 minutes. And your chicken will be done. I will probably let mine go for about a half hour and maybe even on 350. Uncovered. Uncovered. So let's do this thing, shall we? Oh, you can't see. Oh yeah, you can. Okay, good. Okay, so where's my other one for the freezer? All right. If you're doing this in cast iron, just a reminder, 375 for 15 or 20 minutes until your chicken is done. For me, I'm gonna drop my temperature a little bit and cook it for a little longer, only because I feel safer doing it that way. You do what you're comfortable with. All right, I'll bring you back to see the finished taste test. Oh, you guys, look at that. If you could smell this. And we have some rice.
Just a little bit, please. I just had lunch.
Oh, that's right, you got home really late.
Yeah.
Oh, here I was ready to give you a giant bowl.
No, just a small piece of chicken and a little, because it smells good.
All right, so not much for you then.
No.
Okay.
I'm sure I'll be back later.
Well, there's plenty
It
of
smells
it.
so freaking good.
All right, I will give you. That's not a small piece. Okay. Okay, well, I'm trying to be fancy about serving this, but
That's okay. You don't have to be schmancy.
well, it's not actually working. All right.
Sure, you on your tippy toe.
Role reversal.
Right.
Okay.
I know. I just need to get some of that.
Does it look juicy and?
I can't see. It's in the wrong land. Yeah. It's juicy. See? Pretty juicy.
What? Yeah.
Rice. Tomato.
It's hot. Tough?
No. Hot.
Oh, hot. Okay. I thought, you're chewing.
Really good. Good with the rice, but it would probably been better with a noodle.
Yeah, because it's kind of like an Italian Mediterranean sort of pasta dish thing.
Yep.
I thought so too after I did it, but I already had rice out.
But like angel hair or something. Nothing, nothing too big or anything. Oh. Yep, with angel hair, that would be perfect with properly cooked angel hair.
Okay, so you like Marry Me chicken?
Yes. That's why I married you.
Oh, haha.
Oops. Not a very good shot.
Okay, you guys, I wanted to, rather than leave this video on such a negative note, I wanted to pop on today. This is a couple days after my mom has had her doctor's appointment. She's been on her meds, just the blood pressure meds, for, I want to say 3 or 4 days now. 4 days, maybe 5. I don't, my days are blurring. My days are blurring. My sweet, fun mom is back. At least for today. So I'm going to take that as a win and as the gift that it is for today. Tomorrow, this other woman that I don't know may be back. But for now, for today, she's doing great. Thank you. I didn't ask, but I know my friends and subscribers, I know many of you are praying for her, and I can feel that. So, thank you. You guys have a great day. Thank you for your support. I'm sure I'll be talking about dementia again in the future, because that is at the center of our life right now. It's the way it is. And we will all get through it.
If you have enjoyed this video, please click the subscribe button as well as the notify all button. And also please comment, like, and share. Thanks for watching.